Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV's Endwalker expansion, where we're here in 6.3, and I had forgotten that this was going to be I guess I didn't really forget it, I guess I just didn't know that this was going to be a thing, until Hervé Gonin mentioned in the comments that there was another quest that was going on, that was continuing, and I was trying to think of what else there was, because I didn't see the Hildebrand stuff continue, and I just remembered this one, the gift for Tataru quest. So we got Magina, an auspicious opportunity. Okay, so we're returning to the auspices. Magina has an urgent request to make of you. Ah, Kukushu, you couldn't have come at a better time. Do you have a moment to talk? I do. Nod, nod. My thanks. You see, a foreign merchant approached the boutique with a proposal not long ago. Hancock of this guy of the East Aldenard Trading Company. Perhaps you've heard of him. You know, we have had too many dealings. He's not bad. He's just, yeah. So you have a history. No wonder Mistress Tataru declared him unscrupulous and deserving of infinite caution. He's not bad. He's just kind of bad. He's not bad, he's just a little bit sus. Though there is a risk in dealing with a man of such flexible principles, that's a polite way to put it. His knowledge of the Hingan markets would do much to bolster our efforts to make inroads in the Far East. That is why, despite her misgivings, Mistress Tataru seeks to negotiate a partnership. But for some reason or another, he has requested you to be present at their meeting in Kugane. I realize business negotiations are not your forte, but yeah, boy, I remember the fishing negotiations from early in Endwalker. That I messed up royally. But we would be most grateful if you'd indulge his request. Of course, there's also the matter of secret mission. Yeah, we'll be on the lookout for some good stuff. I don't remember. Again, I'm going to forget a lot of where things are at with this particular quest. Hopefully they'll catch me up. Once it has been fully restored, this gorgeous sapphire will serve as the centerpiece of Mistress Tataru's necklace. I hope that one day she may look upon it as a memento of not only her mother, but of her many dear friends and allies. Perhaps during your visit to Kugane, fortune shall favor us with the discovery of an additional treasure to grace her keepsake. In any case, I believe that covers everything. Mistress Tataru shall meet you at the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane. I wish you a safe journey. Nod, nod. Nod, 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 nod. Just taking a nap while waiting here in Kugane. Or resting our eyes, probably, is the better way to put it. Tataru always brings me a smile. Kukushu, I'm so glad you could make it. Hancock, I'm equally thrilled by your arrival, though I expect I must apologize for the sudden invitation. Yeah. I assume you want something, as part of it, you want me to do, like, some killing or whatever, right? Some adventurer stuff. Yes, you should, but more importantly, I'd like to know what the scheme is and how you intend to involve us. Oh my, so quick to assume the worst. Mrr, the grumpy face. While I would love nothing more than to lay bare all my dirty little secrets, 'twould be prudent to discuss my proposal first. Loath though I am to admit it, a draper shop, but recently launched by the company, has not been well received by the locals. A draper shop? Like to make linens and drapes and stuff? I guess. Our intention was to promote the sale of imported apparel woven by the Uldan Weavers Guild. Alas, it seems Western fashion holds little appeal for the citizens of Kugane. So we rethought our strategy. We would produce Hingan couture, but with world-renowned Uldan silks. Kimono, as they are the favored choice of wear in the Far East. Or rather, that was our plan until our steamster fell ill. Is it Bach? It was as I faced the unpleasant decision of abandoning this venture entirely that I chanced to hear of Tataru's boutique and the assorted Far Eastern-style equipment they had on offer. You're referring to our samurai and ninja-inspired sets of armor, yes? I don't see why I need to be here for this. Indeed, by putting your exemplary goods on display, the East Aldenard Car Trading Company would demonstrate that we, a Western trader, are capable of making garments suited to the needs of our local patrons. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have been informed that you wish to establish a foothold in Hingashi and East Althard. What better way to make your Kugane debut than to have us showcase your quality wares? Does sound like a win-win. It's not without its appeal, I admit. The perfect venue to gauge interest in our goods. Isn't it just? If I may take your grudging concession as a sign of interest, perhaps we can discuss the finer points of my proposed partnership. Again, why am I here? Oh, we'll be discussing it at length, but I've yet to see how any of this would require Kakushu's involvement. My woman. Indeed, I was just about to get to that part. Not long ago, I crossed paths with a group of certain someones who were eager to call on Kakushu again. Not the pirates of the Ruby Sea. I found myself quite taken with them, charming as they were, that I felt compelled to facilitate this reunion. And of course, one can never collect too many favors. Alas, I know that you are predisposed to question the motives behind any invitation from the East Aldenard Trading Company, and with good cause, I concede, so I instead invited you here under the guise of assisting Tataru with a boutique-related affair. I hope you'll forgive the deception. Rest assured, you will be rewarded for your aid in this matter with your choice of recompense. Yeah, okay. Just before your arrival, I took the liberty of informing my new acquaintances that you'd soon be making landfall on these shores. They ask that you meet them at Sakazuki in the Ruby Sea as soon as you're able. I believe it's a matter of some urgency, so if you could travel there forthwith, yeah, I'll do it, but only because it's a literal quest in my catalog. The Ruby Sea was fine, but I did not love it. Excellent. I leave them in your capable hands. Don't worry, I'm no stranger to Hancock's tricks. I'll make sure not to agree to anything until we've settled every last detail. Just do what you need to do and return when you can. Yeah, this literally has nothing to do with you. I mean, the reason I'm here has something to do with you, but only because I'm looking for a present for you. Wait! No. I'm being the biggest dunkus in all the world, literally. I saw the auspices at first. I knew this was going to be auspice related, and even so it just didn't click for me. It's not the pirates, it's the auspices, of course. I am happy to deal with the auspices. I am not the most perceptive crayon in the light bulb shack. Soroban. Apologies, Kakushu. I pray you have not been waiting long. I will wait forever for you, Soroban. You are great. You look surprised. Did Hancock not tell you who requested your aid? But never mind that. I am simply glad that you are here. How have I been, you ask? Well, my training as the next Genbu continues apace. I must tell you, my friend, that each day has been more trying than the last. Well, and you're like possessed of like dual. Are you still possessed of dual personalities, or am I mistaken? Like, isn't Genbu living inside you as well as like not just the personality, but the power? Not just the power, but the personality of the last Genbu. Why, just the other day, the auspices placed 99 wasabi-filled takoyaki on a platter before me and instructed me to divine which single ball out of the entire batch was not filled with that dreadful spice. Is wasabi a spice? I know it's spicy, I guess I don't know what wasabi is classified as. Training to sharpen my foresight, they claim, but it felt more akin to torture. By the end, I was reduced to a dithering sea turtle, swimming in a puddle of my own tears. I am sorry for that. I do not like wasabi. Especially not that much. That's all to say, I'm only marginally closer to assuming my place as one of the four lords. Yes, okay, so yeah, they are dual personality. Get to the point, Soroban. I was just about to arrive at it. Come, my friends, show yourselves. There they all come. Where's the tiger? There he is. All still Animalistic and happy. It's been some time, Kukushu. Hi, Byako. Byako. I am relieved to see you in good health. I understand you have been through a great deal. You are my favorite one, Suzaku. Next to maybe Genbu. No, tied with Genbu. No, above Genbu. Seiryu, your concern is unwarranted. This is the woman who quelled our Aramitama and inherited Tenzin's legacy. There is no trial she cannot overcome. You misunderstand me, brother. That or you deliberately insinuate that I lack faith in Kukushu's capabilities. Enough. We indebted ourselves to the merchant to obtain this meeting. Bad move. Let us not distract ourselves with this nonsense and get to the heart of the matter. I like this group. Very well. You may not know this, but Senri's craving for dango often brings her to Kugane. I don't know who Senri is. It was during such a visit that she spied a suspicious individual on Kugane Dori. A man who not only wore raiment identical to Tenzin's, but who also claimed to be his long-lost descendant. This descendant was selling good luck charms utterly devoid of benediction. His ploy is plain. He uses Tenzin's name to trick fools into buying his rubbish. Any who would dare sully Tenzin's name shall face my wrath. My flames will cleanse him of his sin and burn his soul to ash. Yeah, you do not want to impersonate Tenzin to Suzaku. Too merciful a punishment, I say. I shall personally render unto him every pain imaginable. All sounds very justified. By the kami, is it possible to have both succumb to the Aramitama once more? No, they're just pissed on behalf of a former leader. The charlatan boasts of more than an esteemed heritage. He also claims to have the four lords at his beck and call. Insulting, yes, but I would still rather resolve this without flames and torture. Having lived apart from men for so long, I fear we may be ill-equipped to do so on our own. Hence why we have turned to you for assistance. I am happy to do this. You needn't agree to anything just yet, but why don't we all at least seek out this descendant and take his measure ourselves? Oh, that was Genbu. I beg your pardon. Putting myself aside, the three of you approaching any settlement, let alone one as large as Kugane, would surely cause an uproar. Yeah, you need an agent. Calm yourself, Soroban. You forget we are the four lords. 'Tis a trifling matter to assume a less conspicuous guise. I did not know that was a trifling matter for you. Let's reconvene in Kugane. Soroban is to go first, while we three shall make our own approach, separately, to avoid attracting undue attention, just in case. I do not know what they're going to look like. I guess, you know what? I do know what they're going to look like. They're going to look like the top half of their Aramitama corrupted selves, aren't they? Oh my fucking god. I was wrong. I was so wrong, and I'm so happy about it. Suzaku is a red chicken. Byako is a bunny. A white bunny. Seiryu is a blue bunny. And Soroban is... Soroban. This is so much better. Weren't they like this at... There was like one of the Lunar New Year festivals they were at like this. They made these appearances. Long has it been since I walked the streets of a city of this size. I did so once to visit a tea house with Tenzin. What do you look like underneath this? Like, are you... That sounded like more sexual than I intended. I meant like, what do you look like? Are you humanoid underneath, or are you just like... I don't know. I accompanied him in disguise. Oh, my heart raced in the thrill and joy of it, until a priest saw through my glamour. Oh, the commotion that followed. Byako, do not think I haven't noticed you eyeing my costume. If you must know, I acquired it during my travels in the West. I am rather fond of it. Soft and fluffy texture. Love these characters. Seiryu. He met Hancock by pure chance. Recognizing us as auspices of the land, he said he wished to help us. Out of the kindness of his heart. I almost believed him. Even the snake was almost seduced. Soroban. Would seem we have managed to arrive with little fuss, but only the kami know how long our presence will remain secret. Again with the needless worrying. Our disguises are perfect. They are. They're perfect. No one will see through them. None may suspect you are the Four Lords at first glance, but you are suspicious in the extreme. We could have used our power to assume the form of men, but those of keen sight would still be able to discern our true nature. Costumes were an innocuous alternative. That's fair. That makes sense, actually. There's nothing innocuous about them. No, but they make you look like weird people, not like gods. Senri said she once found the swindler. Said she found the swindler on Kogane Dori. Yes, let us head there at once. I'm sure I'd recognize Senri, but I just don't remember her at all. Like, the name rings 0 bells for me. I'm sure she was some, like, human agent helping out at the temple down below. That maybe something like that. Oh. I don't know how we're going to stop Suzaku from just utterly obliterating you on the spot. Gather round, friends, gather round. As you, Tenzin's descendant, as you have no doubt to surmise from my crimson armor, I am the proud descendant of Tenzin, the famous hero of Eld, who once slew an entire host of fearsome Oni. Gasp, shock. But do not take my word for it. Behold! In this hand, I hold Tenzin's beloved katana, the Phoenix Blade. Is it made of, like, Cheetos? Was it made of plastic? I do not know what it looks like, but if he's got the Phoenix Blade, then he must be who he claims. Clumsy co-conspirator. Seiryu, idiots, the true blade has remained in our care since Tenzin's passing. I knew people who knew Tenzin. You, sir, are no Tenzin. Skeptical woman, something seems off. I see there are some who remain unconvinced. Very well, you leave me no choice. Allow me to introduce you to my sworn allies, the Four Lords. Is this going to be like a parakeet, a little baby turtle, and... oh dear, I'm almost afraid to look. Maybe a tiger cub? It's your signal, I expect my money's worth. Introducing Genbu, the turtle auspice and foreseer of calamity. Suzaku, the avian auspice and master of the flames of resurrection. She's like, hey, what's up? Seiryu, dragon auspice and devourer of young maidens. Oh my fucking god. Last but not least, we have Byakko, the small and fluffy feline auspice. Look at Byakko. Look at that little face. Why am I alone, a cuddly creature? Surely he could have hired a Hrothgar and Mikote to portray me. I don't think there are enough Hrothgar in who play 14, unfortunately. At least he did not slander your character. Devourer of young maidens. Pah! I am tsundere at worst. What is this rabble? All who've heard of the tale of Tenzin know that the Four Lords are beasts, not 3 mummers and a cat. The cat, look at Byakko. These are the glamoured forms, so they assume, so they may roam the realms of men undiscovered. Surely you can imagine the chaos that would ensue if they went about undisguised. Give Byakko face rubs, look at him there. Even so, there's no way they'd wear such ridiculous outfits. Well, shit. And so rid of the giant chicken and the 2 bunnies. And yet here they are, dressed in far worse. This farce is infuriating. I will not abide him making mock of the bonds we shared with Tenzin. We are of one mind, my sister. He must be silenced. Yes, let's murder him. Does Tenzin even have a descendant? There was nothing in the legends about him fathering any children, despite how much Suzaku wishes it were otherwise. But there was mention of one who loved him more dearly than light. You're actually doing it. Dearly than life itself, I, the woman to whom I owe my storied lineage, is none other than the sublime crimson beauty standing before you, Suzaku. This has gone from funny to like funny and mean. It's still funny, but it's legitimately mean. This kind of hurts. She's into it. She wants to see the fanfic play out. Let him speak. Perhaps he is not wholly deserving of immolation. How easily a rage is quelled. She's just happy to see another Tenzaku shipper. Having proven my ancestry to your satisfaction, my lords and ladies, I bid you partake of my good fortune, for I have auspicious wares to share with you today. Tenzin put countless oni to the sword long ago, true, 'tis true, but only by the grace of these miraculous good luck charms. Just one will confer unto you all manner of fortune, good health, a happy family, scholarly achievement, financial success, romantic fulfillment, and much, much more. But that's not all. Purchase a charm now, and I'll even throw in a stylish strap, featuring a Four Lords design of your own choosing. My stock is limited, so be sure to buy while supplies last. I'd buy that. I mean, not at the price that he's going to be selling it, as if it's like a collectible, but I would buy that just as a generic souvenir. I'll take 2. No, 10! Very smooth. It actually works. My blood boils to see Tenzin's good name used in this manner. As does mine. We cannot sit idly by and allow this to continue. I think our purveyor of good fortune is in need of a proper scare. Are you convinced as well, Kukushu? Very. I'm just happy that Suzaku gets support in her romantic feelings. She gets to see a little bit of what could have been. Not much, but even just hearing it echoed sounds like is something she approves of and appreciates. Lest you worry, despite his preposterous depiction of me, I have no intention of harming the swindler. He seems not harmless, but not deserving of death. Maybe deserving of death. So many would fall for such an obvious deception. No matter the age, mortals see only that which they wish to. Mortals see only what they wish to. Did you see Suzaku's reaction? He is a most persuasive and cunning adversary. I was very nearly convinced I had given birth to Tenzin's child. I mean, you know, when dreams emerge into reality, it can be disconcerting. He seemed quite pleased with himself as he packed up his stall. Business was good, no doubt. How shall we proceed? With care and preparation. We all saw how deftly he countered accusations of fraud. A more clever approach is needed. We must limit his ability to spin more lies. Have you any ideas, Kukushu? I could present myself as Tenzin's true descendant. Presence of the Four Lords should be more than enough to convince him. I feel like the presence of the Four Lords should be more than enough to convince him. It would cause chaos, but it's worth it, and this would be a deception, then we're trying to avoid those deceptions. I guess I am sort of Tenzin's descendant. Not actual descendant, but like spiritual descendant in many ways, so I still would rather go with the latter, but I don't think they'll allow me. Oh, indeed. Our very existence alone is enough to prove his claims false. Oh, really? Oh, I guess they're combining the answers. Then it's settled. You shall play the role of Tenzin's true descendant, and we shall accompany you. With us at your side, the impostor will have no choice but to confess his crimes. Still, we would be wise to prepare for contingencies. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go as smoothly as you hope, Soraban. With me, Soraban, we make for Ryzen Temple. Gonna get proof. And it is up to us to confine and confront the swindler. As you are familiar with the city, I bid you lead the way. Speak with Suzaku when you are ready. Suzaku. His customers may have seen where he went, so let us begin by questioning them. I would also know more of his true identity. Of all the heroes of legend, why claim Tenzin's name? The answer may help us stop him without resorting to violence, since some of you apparently lack the stomach for it. Do snakes even have stomachs? Alright, we will go this way. Superstitious woman. Kami be praised to have met Tenzin's descendant and get this good luck charm besides. What a fool I was to doubt him, he who commands the four lords of legend. As long as I have this, fortune shall surely shine upon me. Yeah, so you had the good luck charms, that's what we know. Oh my, has my good luck charm caught your eye? You wanted one for yourself? You're sadly out of luck. The merchant selling them said that that was the last of his stock, and he did not think he would be able to acquire more. But if you wish to hear it from him, he was headed towards Tasogare Bridge. You will know him by his attire. I swear he was the spitting image of Tenzin from the storybooks. She speaks of yonder bridge, does she not? Others may have taken note of our quarry as he passed. Okay. Exasperated man. Have I seen a man claiming to be Tenzin's descendant? The one who's selling good luck charms by the dozens, you mean? No, he didn't come this way, but Kami give me strength. I'll never understand how some can be so gullible. Let us continue our search elsewhere. Gyodo, oh god. Well, look who it is. Friggin' Gyodo. Lucky he's adorable, or else I would kill him. It has been quite some time. What brings you to Kugane this day? A hawker claiming to be Tenzin's descendant, probably Ishu. I saw him not long ago. Yes, yes. You know him? My peculiar and suspicious friend, there is no merchant in Kugane who hasn't heard of the entrepreneur. He's made a fortune masquerading as Tenzin's heir. It's a brilliant scheme, very profitable. Tried to get in on it myself, but the Baron will suffer no competition. The Baron? Who is this Baron of whom you speak? The soy sauce one, of course. Kageyama. A dangerous man. Is that a reference to something? Is there like an actual soy sauce named Kageyama? I don't think so. That would be weird and brandy. Even mocking it. A dangerous man, yes, yes, with fingers in every pie. I fear him almost as much as I envy him. Your deception must be exposed. How many times... So apparently I must have remembered, but how many times do I have to teach the Baron the same lesson? I don't remember who this Baron is. But Kakushu does, but I don't. Oh, you've had dealings with him, have you? Apparently. If you know, then you know. Ishu, on the other hand, is still something of an enigma. A skilled seamster dedicated to his craft, yet he partnered with Kageyama. I never would have guessed he had it in him. Is Kageyama the guy who was at the end of the dungeon where he was protected by the samurai bodyguard from Yojimbo? Was that him? There's more than meets the eye. We must investigate further. Have you any idea where Ishu may have gone? You want information? Yes, yes. I want coin. Give me coin and I'll give you information. That can be arranged if you're willing to journey to Reisen Temple. Our friend Furry can escort you. A temple? One I've never heard of at that. Wait, is it the sort of place where mortals fear to tread and malevolent spirits do dwell? No, cute ferrets there. Well. Look at that face of doom. Malevolent spirits? No, no, just a somewhat ominous crystal. I'll take your word for it. As for Ishu, he came to me and requested passage to the Isle of Bekko, where he was to rendezvous with Kageyama. I refused. Better to not involve myself in the Baron's affairs, you understand. Kyoto, was it? You have our thanks. We shall fulfill our end of the bargain. You need not fear. Okay, he can live. Bye, you cute friend. You cute swindler. There's no time to waste. I shall have a messenger instruct Byakko and Soroban to meet us at the Isle. Nod, nod. Suzaku. Ishu and Kageyama will want to keep away from prying eyes. Somewhere near these rocks, perhaps. Let us take cover and eavesdrop on their conversation when they join us. Friggin' chicken and bunny suits. A fine day's work, Ishu. It pays to have fools for customers. Master Kageyama, please, this cannot continue. I shudder to think how the four lords would react if they learned of our crimes. That's right, you're not just... I kind of get people... I mean, it's not good, but, like, I get people who are, like, religious hucksters if they actually don't believe in those religious figures who, like, are peddling... You know, give me all this money for, you know, God would want you to, if they don't believe in God, if they don't believe they'll be punished for it. But if you actually know that those beings exist, that seems like a real risky business. Remind me, who was it there who delivered you from a life of destitution after you lost your job as a seamster? Pray tell who? You, Master Kageyama, and I'm forever grateful for your help, without which my family would be without house and home. But even so, what we're doing is wrong. So yeah, he's being kind of pushed into it. Want to wash your hands of this dirty, dirty business and be a seamster again, is that it? But once the truth comes out, and I would see that it does, who would dare to trust you? No issue, you're going to continue the act, or you and your kin will starve in the streets. Okay, game. I feel bad for Ishu. I do. Well played. So that's the way of it. Ishu was coerced by Kageyama into this performance, and for his family's sake, he could not stop. Indeed, in light of this, how shall we proceed? We help Ishu, of course. We put the fear of the kami into Kageyama. We help Ishu. Which is going to be the same thing, isn't it? But the focus is on helping Ishu, if it comes to it. This is probably the most confusing moment of Kageyama's life. Who are you, and why are you wearing such ridiculous outfits? Listen to this music. Is this new? Oh, no, never mind. This is from the Four Lords trials. Never mind. I think this is from the Seiryu trial, isn't it? Suzaku. Hearken to me, mortal. I will suffer you to sully Tenzin's name no longer. Defy me, and you shall not like the consequences. You really should have taken off your costumes first. Sully Tenzin's name, you say? His flesh and blood are free to do with it as they please. Unless you can prove that Ishu is not in fact his descendant, I suggest you get out of my sight. He really thinks that's like, he has the winning hand there. Then prove it we shall. Yeah, he really thought that was a trump card. Fukushu, here! That's what you went to get from Raisin Temple, the actual sword. It's time we revealed our true selves to these mortals. Is it just going to be like an echo spirit thing? It looks like it will be. Kami forfend! It cannot be. Yeah, they're full humanoid Aramitama selves. That flame-kissed katana you hold in your hand, is that the Phoenix Blade? For the crimes you have wrought in Tenzin's name, your punishment will be severe indeed. Seiryu still looks like just like a straight-up finger puppet. I do not love Seiryu's design. Beg not for mercy. Take heart, my dears. I shall make your deaths painless. Hearken to my melody. She has probably my favorite design. There is no turning back. Steel yourselves. Yeah, somebody, anybody, help me. Oh, it worked. What was that? Yeah, you got the Ghost of Christmas Future. Not only do you possess the Phoenix Blade, but the four lords themselves stand at your side. Tell me, are you Tenzin's descendant? And if so, will you work for me? Please have mercy, I beg of you. I vow never to use the name again of your ancestor. You have my word. I major props to Issue here for not fleeing in terror, as it would be understandable. I don't know how just the auspices are expected to be. Because, like, if this were, let's say that the Greek gods overheard someone doing the same thing, Issue would still be fucked. Seiryu. I think he would be. Mere illusion and the man loses his head. Some baron he is. Look, you could blame Kageyama for a lot of things, and being an awful person is one of them. I do not blame him for being scared shitless of what he just had the vision of. Soraban. It is thanks to Furi that we made it here in time, and now we can rest easy in the knowledge that Kageyama's scheme has been ended. You looked every bit as dignified as Tenzin did in his day. The Phoenix Blade suits you. Are we about to get a little date going? I would not be averse to that. Whoop, wrong person. Issue. I do not blame Master Kageyama for fleeing in terror yet. As odd as it sounds, I did not feel as though you meant me harm. So there was something about, like, in that magic of the vision, there was probably some psychic terror projection stuff going on, and... Or maybe it was just like they saw that we were directed at him and not Issue. So, okay. Yako. At Tenzin's behest, I once played the role of a ferocious tiger to frighten the peoples of a village and drive them to flee before they were buried in a landslide. I remember that. You took part in the deception as well, but to be honest, your acting put his to shame. Have you considered auditioning for the Mujikoza Theater? I have not. Honored lords and ladies, descendant of Tenzin, I know not how to make amends for my sins. Though actions speak louder than words, I wish to say I am truly sorry. Man or beast, we all make mistakes. I told you are a master seamster. I am told you are a master seamster. I might not go as far to say master, but with my skill I managed to put food on the table. Then perhaps I will have a word with an old friend. You're gonna work for the new, you're gonna work for Tataru, aren't you? Or for, the Aldenar Trading Company. That can wait, Soraban. We must escort this young man to a safer location. This is far enough. It is past time we returned home. You're once more in your debt. It is because of you that this affair could be concluded before Tenzin's reputation suffered irreparable harm. Thank you, Kakushu. I friggin' love Suzaku. Now that you are no longer bound to Kageyama, what will you do? Start again as this... I mean... Well, I know I must take responsibility for my actions. I will confess my crimes to the Sekisegumi. After I'm released from my imprisonment, I shall take up an honest trade once more, and not rest until I've repaid each and every victim of my deception. Yes, I've been meaning to tell you, but I will let Hancock explain when he arrives shortly. So it is Hancock, not Tataru. But they're working together now. Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Look at Tataru's ponytail. How great is Tataru? Ah, speak of the devil. Kinda. And the urchin girl came as well. It's been far too long. Really? You're looking as green as ever, Soraban of the Blue. And once again, Genbu, that's Tataru. Tataru. Though I'm sure I'll have to remind you next time, too. You're Ishu, the seamster Soraban spoke of, yes? If it is gainful employment you seek, the East Aldenard Trading Company would be thrilled to hire one of your expertise to work at our draper shop. The seamster in our service fell ill, and we've been looking for a replacement. I have no words. I'm grateful, truly, but I cannot accept. For once I confess my crimes to the Sekisegami, they will surely imprison me for a time. I mean, hopefully not. This really seems like one of those cases where the retribution of, like, you were kind of roped into it, you were coerced into it, and you're honestly trying to make amends. Are you really going to... Is justice going to be restored better by you sincerely working and repaying back those you wronged, or is it going to be restored by you sitting in a jail cell? You're not a danger to anyone else. Yes, the Sekisegami. I had a chat with them not long ago. They're aware of the scheme. The scheme was contrived by Kageyama, and that you two are one of his victims. You'll be required to assist them in their investigation, of course, but you needn't steel yourself for even a brief incarceration. I like it. Hancock, you have our thanks for calling Kukushu to our aid. What kind of debt are you going to call in for this? Oh, no, not at all. I'm pleased to have been of service. But you owe me. I have not forgotten our arrangement, Kukushu. Have you decided upon a reward? That's right, so we got to get something for Tataru. What? Something, I mean, something sewn, right? Like I don't know what it'll be. Ah, how that warms the heart. Material to restore the keepsake of a dear friend. I have just the thing. I won't spoil the surprise, but do look forward to it. That sounds like a very Japanese phrase, isn't it? Like, I see... It's a phrase I don't see in any other game company, but whenever I hear Japanese companies, like, do their patch releases and game previews and stuff, they always say, you know, this is coming. Please look forward to it. Like, that's not a phrase I hear outside of translated Japanese. I suppose we'd better return to the city, but before that, could have called upon me too, you know. It's not like I wasn't part of the whole saving the Ruby Sea from being consumed by roaring flames endeavor or anything. Oh, forgive us, urchin Tataru. We assumed you were busy, and you did struggle mightily to help Kukushu restrain Soraban that one time, so there was some concern you might prove a liability should it come to blows. Nevertheless, we will take your words to heart. I think that's fair. She's got a lot of strengths. Combat is not currently one of them. Perhaps we should... But craftiness was, and this was not a combat-focused mission. Yeah, you should have asked her for help. Perhaps we should assume our guises and walk among men more often. It was a refreshing change of pace on the whole. I would not be against it. We were in a bit of a rush on this occasion, but with a longer visit we might better appreciate men's curious ways. I have no doubt we shall meet again, but I pray that the time comes sooner than later. You and me both. I'll be sure to stop by the temple later. I'm currently petting the cat on his head, quite thoroughly, lest you worry. You know that you are always welcome. The others would be thrilled to see you and Tataru both. Bye-bye. Oh. Farewell, friends. Until next time. I feel like I always say this every time they do this, but I'm just so happy they continue to bring back these old storylines and characters with just what they're up to now, that the world continues to move. The wheel continues to turn. The wheel of Ka. Seiryu. Then I say we resume Soraban's training upon our return to the temple. Must we return so soon? Must we so soon? Yeah, just give him a break from the wasabi. You did well to apprise Hancock Genbu. You did well to apprise Hancock of Ishu's predicament. He may now make amends by putting his talents to good use and continue to provide for his family. Indeed, 'twas behavior befitting one destined to become the next Genbu. The road ahead is long, but we doubt not you are worthy, and so we only want to encourage you to reach your full potential through painful food tests. If that is how you all feel, then I have little choice but to do my best. Soraban is so earnest. Very earnest. You'd still hardly believe the Seki Segumi only wished to question me. Master Hancock must have a way with words. Speaking of which, I believe he and Mistress Tataru will be joining us shortly. Issue, you'll be pleased to know that I've finished making arrangements for your immediate employment. May our profits soar that you may give your family the life they deserve. Master Hancock, I do not deserve such kindness. I will do my best to earn my keep. I want you to know I intend to work hard to make up for the many mistakes I've made. You were a victim, you really were. It's not much, but I have prepared a gift for you as an expression of my gratitude. A set of garments that I made before I was embroiled in Master Kageyama's schemes. The lords and ladies of Kugane once held my work in high regard, and I hope you will as well. I mean, this is right in front of Tataru, isn't it? Oh, no, this is what Hancock's thing is the new thing. You will also find a little something from me included as within a well-deserved reward. Yeah, that quizzical look from Tataru. Wait, what exactly did you give Kakushu? A lock of his hair. Payment for introducing the East Aldenar Trading Company to prospective new clients. What else? Oh, goodbye, cat. I can't say I'm surprised you would try to peddle goods to the four lords themselves, but still, have you no shame? They're okay with it. You're not swindling them. Regardless, now's as good a time as any to inform Kakushu of the results of our deliberations. Said result being, we have agreed to an official partnership with the East Aldenar Trading Company, one which I will exploit for all it's worth to make Tataru Taru's boutique a household name in Kugane. Look, I don't want... I think she can do better, but she could also do worse than Hancock. I could see them together. They would be like a devious, crafty, wealthy beyond all reason couple. More than a match for each other. For my part, I pray this is the start of a mutually beneficial partnership. Business. I would have a tour of this draper shop of yours immediately if you don't mind. Sorry to cut things short. I love that little Lalafell thing. Like, wow. Sorry to cut things short, Kakushu, but time is money, friend, and I have precious little to spare. Once you've seen to any other unresolved matters you have here, I'd be grateful if you'd return to old Charlian and inform Megina of our new arrangement. Nod, nod. Megina. Welcome back! Negotiations with Master Hancock were fruitful, I hope. Well, I expected nothing less from you and Mistress Tataru. As for Mistress Tataru's necklace, you say Hancock slipped a gift into the parcel you received from Ishu, yes? May I have a look? Sure, I have not had a look. My goodness, what a stunning set of garments! They certainly offer a taste of the Far East. As for the item Master Hancock set aside for Mistress Tataru's necklace, by the sisters of Black Pearl! You have any idea how rare these are? They can only be harvested from black-lip oysters in the Ruby Sea. I cannot be certain until it has been incorporated into the necklace, but I believe the darker shade will serve as contrast to the brilliant sapphire centerpiece and make it stand out even more. To part with such a precious treasure, Master Hancock is either very wealthy or very well connected, or both. We would do well to maintain a good relationship with the East Aldenar Trading Company. Even this is like him kind of selling himself and building his business. But that's the boutique's concern. After all you've done for us, I'm sure you want nothing more than a good rest. Thank you again for your continued assistance. And I'm looking a little bit harshly on him. Even if that's a side benefit, which I think is a little bit conscious, he's still doing a good thing. He didn't have to do that. When next we discover a client we'd like to add to our ever-growing list, I hope we can count on your assistance once more. What are these? Heck yeah. Up. Look at that! That's pretty awesome. What is the... Did I always have tattoos of a tree on my arm? I don't think so. It's got to be part of the design, right? I think that looks great. Yeah, we're going to roll with that for a bit. Alright, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and next time I finally actually will do the Alliance raid. I've been putting it off for a little bit, seeing if a friend would join me, but I don't think she's going to have time, so I will go ahead and do that, yeah, next session. Bye-bye.